Let me tell you a little story. Okay. A very recent event. Uh, this property that I picked up, when you buy property that's been sitting empty for a while, you gotta, it's Kentucky. It rains like 4 days out of the week, right? And the yard, a lot of the soil was overlapping the pavement, causing the runoff to actually hit the house, and some of it was getting in just on the low part. This can happen. A lot of people down here, they'll dig a ditch, but they just won't do any landscaping around their house, so they end up getting tons of water underneath it, which is what I was getting. That wasn't. So anyway, I came out and I started trenching out the end of my driveway. Okay, I started cleaning it up. I had to make sure that any runoff that I have coming off this little slope here hits this little trench, go around the edge of my driveway, and then run it off to a creek in the back. You're going to find this with property. That's the best thing you do. And when you get property, I highly encourage you during those heavy rains, get out there in that rain and watch. See where that water's coming from. See where it goes. You can correct it with a shovel, man. You don't have to get heavy equipment. Anyway, I'm digging along the front of my driveway, and a neighbor comes home, or at least he was visiting. He owns the place. He doesn't live there. He pulls into the driveway and parks right here. You see that? He pulled right up to the shovel. He actually parked on top of a pile of dirt and gravel that I had going there, right? I turned around, I see him come to a stop. And as he gets out of his vehicle, I walked over and I said, "Hey, bud, I was digging there." I said, "I'm taking on some flood water here. I'm trying to divert some of this runoff. Would you mind backing up a bit so I could finish digging?" And right away, he spins around and says, "Why? I own half the driveway." I said, "Oh." He said, all right. So there's a driveway issue. I said, when I bought the place, the way it was, the way the plat and the PVA, the lines are on that, they said I own the driveway. Okay, I said, I don't mind sharing with you. I'm not saying get off my property like they would up there in Van Cleve, or I'm sorry, Epauer in Van Cleve. He just starts screaming in my face about getting a lawyer. And I'm like, whoa, we don't need to talk about lawyers. I said, I'm not asking you to get off my driveway. So anyway, what do you do when you're faced with that, right? I mean, if you get emotional, you're going to do something stupid. You're going to end up in jail, right? Now, I have a no trespassing sign posted on my property. And I said, okay, you show me that there's a theoretical boundary line going down the middle of my driveway, okay? But you're still, let's say that's true, okay? You're still parked on my side of that line. And you're telling me that you don't have to move your truck. Can you at least work with me? You can pull it back. He starts going off on me now. I'm going to show you the full conversation. I'm going to give you a piece of it just so you can see what I was dealing with. And then once I figure out how to redact it, I didn't realize I'm shooting in 1080 right now, and I'm working on a Chromebook, which is not a laptop. And I'm going to throw that thing in the river when I get a real one. So it's very difficult to work with, and I've got some version of Power Director. I have to slightly blur the video, but I'm not going to redact anything else, okay? Because he addresses me by name, and he refers to himself by name. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do this, okay? He ended up calling the police on me. Before he did so, he walked over onto my property and took 3 antique plows that I dug up out of this thicket back here behind me when I started cutting this brush back that sat back here for over a month before I moved it up by the house. He said, "These are mine." And he walked over onto my property, grabbed them, threw them in the back of his truck like scrap metal. And I seen pieces of wood flying. These things, man, they were still intact. Look, this is what they look like, okay? Then he walks into my carport and says, "I'm taking this garbage can, it's mine." And so when the sheriff showed up, what was the next day? Because it kind of overlapped, okay? Now, to be fair, the man was emotional. his mother died, and he had to go and sort all that out. All right, so I know he's still a human being, but he's still kind of overreached, okay? So the police, they show up, and I wanted to get him charged for theft. Now, it seemed like it was almost going to move forward, and then they tell me, you know he's an FBI agent, don't you? Now what do? Whistling Diesel. He's a YouTube personality. This kid has some crazy ideas, man, crazy imagination. And he does some awesome stuff. Can you help me? He's trying to get me to spend money on a lawyer, and I don't think it's right. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go for now, and I'm going to leave you off with a clip from how he was. Once he started getting unreasonable like this, I went in the house and got my camera, and I started recording the conversation. Kentucky's a one-party consent, so as long as you're a part of the conversation, you're well within your legal right to do so. I left Illinois. That was a two-party consent, so I can call you and threaten you on the phone. You can record it and go to jail for trying to bring that up in court. Yeah, so over the next day or two, I'm going to work on editing this, and I'm going to see if I can put some closed caption on. He does have a bit of an accent. I want you to hear what he's saying to me. And there was another clip I'm going to share with you where he lied and told them I went in and came out with a gun strapped to my hip and tried to make it sound like I was threatening him. You can look at any of my videos and see I always carry a sidearm. They say there's foxes everywhere here, and I have birds. I never threatened that man. He tried to get my gun my gun confiscated. What do? Whistling Diesel, please help. He's got his house up for sale. You know what I mean? Why don't you? It's a mobile. Let's see what a monster truck can do to that thing, man. Okay, I'm not asking you for money. I think this would be great content. Or I have a back acre. It's like an acre and a half just back here alone. Come in with an aircraft carrier, man. Put a big tank back here, something. Get the biggest monster truck on the planet and park it back here. You know what I mean? Or at least at the end of my driveway. Something. But nobody seems to want to pursue this because he's an FBI agent. With the way they're railroading Trump right now, I don't trust them, man. He told me to go to the FBI headquarters, that one of the officers did in London, Kentucky, and talk to him. And I said, the FBI? Am I going to walk out of that building if I go in complaining about conduct? But I think there's something here. The man clearly has a lot on his mind. I don't know what he deals with on a day-to-day basis, but he can't bring it home and wreak havoc on me. And you'll hear in this video, when I post it the full, this is just him, all right, a taste. Just watch it, and then I'll be back with the next video, and you get to see the whole thing, all right? Whistling Diesel, please help. I'll put his link in the comment section below. If you guys can, hey man, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy. Get his attention. I sent him an email. I'm trying to get a hold of him. Help me, brother. Man, we're Trumpers. Help a brother out, man. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Anyway, all right, we'll holler at you later. Oh, gone you, Kentucky. Bud, all I asked for was a little.
I'm done talking.
I just asked for a little consideration.
To you, buddy.
Do you understand how this could be a problem? I mean, just blocking.
It's a problem for me right now.
What? That I can't access? It's a problem.
I'm done talking to you.
You're not even being reasonable.
First time I showed up, you met me at my door and said, I need you to move.
Right, because you pulled.
I parked there 23 years, two cars back side to side.
Right.
You got that whole place over there. You got a two-car carport here.
Lower your
and I'm telling you right now, you can't get if you can't get a lawnmower around that and get access back there, there's something wrong. Because I put that tile in and I put that tile in.
Let's calm down.
No, I'm not going to calm down.
Right. See, so you're getting angry.
You're damn right I'm angry because I've lived here 23 damn years. You buy this place in May and you come here thinking you're just going to tell me what to do and it's not going to happen.
I asked you if you can please pull a little bit over.
But no, you didn't. You demanded it.
No, I didn't.
And I'm not doing it.
You're upset.
That car will park there for the rest of the fucking time I'm here.